Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 1475, final prices with a special discount in a shop. Alright, so it says you are given an integer array prices where prices at I is the price of the ith item in the shop. There is a special discount for items in the shop. If you buy the ith item, then you'll receive a discount equivalent to prices at j, where j is the minimum index such that j is greater than I, and prices at j is less than or equal to prices at I, otherwise you will not receive any discount at all. Return an integer array answer where answer I is the final price you will pay for the ith item in the shop, considering the special discount. Alright, so what does all this mean? I know it's a mouthful and a little confusing, but if we look at this input and output, we can figure this out, right? So we come to looking in this array of prices, right? So first number is 8. So then we're going to look forward in the array, and we're going to look for the first number that's less than 8. Well, that's 4, right? And then we subtract 8 by 4. So now we get 4, right? So that's going to be our first number in our output. And then we get 4. And we look for the next number that's lower than 4, so it's not 6, that's 2. So we subtract 2 from 4, and we get 2, right? Then we come to 6, and we look for the next number in the array that's less than 6, and that is a 2, so we subtract 2 from 6, we have 4, right? And then we come to 2, we look for the next number that's less than 2. There is no number, so we get no discount, so we just put in 2, right? And then the last number is always, it will never get a discount because there are no elements after it, so you always just return that last number. So that's what they're asking for. Let's get our input and output and move on over to CodePen. There's our variables. Let's count our variable. Let's comment on our output, create our function. Let's log this to the console. And let me see here. So we need a result variable. I'm going to set that to an empty array. And then we need a nested for loop. Okay. And basically the outer loop is going to represent the number and prices that we're currently focusing on, right? So we say for let I equal 0 if I is less than prices dot length I plus plus. And then we need an inner for loop that checks, tries to find if there's a number that's less than the number we're focused on. So we're going to say for let j equal I plus 1, because we don't need to look at whatever number we're focused on. If j is less than prices dot length j plus plus. Okay, and so then we can do an if-else if check. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to check to see if prices at j is less than or equal to prices at I. So if prices at j is less than or equal to prices at I, then we push into results prices at I minus prices at j. And then we immediately break out of this inner for loop, right? Because we don't need to check any more numbers. We went with the first number that's less than prices at I. And then at the end, we return result. Right, so we get the first three numbers, right? And the reason why we're not getting these is because once we get to 2, there is no number that's less than 2, and the same with 3. So we need to handle that. And so we're going to say else if j equals wait a minute here, hold on. Now I'm confused. Hold on a second here. Oh yeah, no, I know why. If j equals prices dot length minus 1 and prices at I is less than prices at j. If that's the case, we just push into result prices at I. Cool. And so the reason why we need this condition here is because if j is in this last position and it's still not less than prices at I, then we were pushing prices at I because there's no more numbers to check. We don't want to just we don't want to not include that because there might be, it might stop early, right? Cool. And then after the loop is done, we still got to get that last number, right? We have no condition to get that last number, so we can just do that outside the loop. Result.push prices at prices.length minus 1. There we go. Let's grab all this. Let's get rid of this too. Let's paste it in, format it, and submit. There you go. All right, hopefully you found this video enjoyable and helpful. If you did, please give it a like. It helps my channel to grow. If you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.